special presentation, Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
Howard, face-off, pass in front. Casey scores! Howard with a good pass, and that Reese, his 15th of the year.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Capitals hockey is brought to you by Roll, Glacier Pell, and Hermes and O'Donnell.
Here's Ashton Green. Trying to get in front. It comes in front. They score! And John Lyons. John Lyons' first varsity goal comes here in the state tournament.
Oahe Caps hockey is also brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates, Sun Masters, and All Around Graphics.
Howard will walk it in the zone. Howard with a shot. And it goes in the net! And the Capitals win! Off of Cade Brecker and in! And the Caps win it 2-1 in overtime!
Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Oahe Capitals, John Winkler.
And a big game here this evening as the Oahe Capitals take on the Brookings Rangers. John Winkler here on this Saturday evening. Glad you're with us here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Yeah, the last time that you heard Keenan Howard with that shot that went in off of Cade Brecker, and that was the last time these two teams played here at the Expo Center tonight. After playing last Sunday, the Caps and Rangers battle here once again. John Winkler here on his great Saturday evening for hockey. Kieran Duffy will be the starting goalie here for the Caps tonight. And the big thing here for the Caps, and we'll talk with Coach Steve Steele in the pregame interview, whether all coaches interview, is that it's great to have a different look. It just makes things a little bit different. Both goalies are great for both Carter Scholes and Kieran Duffy, but both play a little bit different style of hockey in terms of being in the net, and that's what Coach Steele likes, and the fact that it gives them a different look. Kieran Duffy likes to play the puck. He likes to move a little bit more. Carter Scholes is more of a stationary goalie that goes from post to post, but doesn't really come out of his net too much. Duffy kind of disrupts some dump-ins. That is one of the bigger keys to the game, is on dump-ins. If the Caps or the Rangers are able to get anything moving, is going to be determined on how well Kieran Duffy is able to play the puck. And because there's no trapezoid, in the NHL, you have that trapezoid behind the net. You can't play it in those corners. Duffy can go all the way to the corner and play it if he wants to. That's a big difference, and that could be a big key in this game for the Caps, as the other key is going to be to try and keep it within one goal. If you're not going to have the lead, you got to stay back by one if you're going to be down. You're not going to be down at all and like to have a lead and just roll over the Brookings Rangers, but that is probably not happening tonight as you're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station, just past 7 o'clock. If you're joining us, thinking puck drop is right now, and we're still about 15 minutes away from that puck drop, so we'll have it for you coming up here in just a little bit. But the Oahe Capitals here tonight, 7-2 on the season. The Brookings Rangers are 8-0 after a 2-0 win over Sioux Falls 1 last night in Brookings, and now they come here today. So maybe the Capitals get a little bit of advantage by not having to play last night. Their last game was last Sunday. They didn't change their focus. Carter Scholes, his focus changed to Mitchell. He's going to see Mitchell tomorrow in goal. But the focus for the rest of the team and for Kieran Duffy, all the way back after the game on Saturday on New Year's Day, from Sunday on, his focus has been Brookings. The rest of his team from Sunday on, their focus has been Brookings. Don't worry about Mitchell tomorrow, but here today, they're worried about the Brookings Rangers. They're going to try and give them their first loss of the season, and it's going to be a tough, tall task for any team to try and knock off the Brookings Rangers. But the Capitals here at home at the Expo Center are going to be trying to get the job done after they were unsuccessful last Sunday in a 5-2 loss to the Brookings Rangers. Another big thing is if the top line can get going. You had goals from Keenan Howard when the third line was on the ice. Grayson Huxley got the other goal on the second line. So the second and third line offensively were out there for, those forward lines were out there for the Capitals when those two goals were scored. This top line is very, very good for the Oahe Capitals, but they didn't have any points last Sunday. They have combined for now 27 goals in those 9 games. And, of course, led by Carter Sanderson with those 15, Ashton Grease with 8, and Jaron Beck with 4. So if you can get that top line involved and get them scoring a couple points here tonight, and that's the other thing is only one time so far this year that a team has scored more than one goal against the Brookings Rangers. That was last Sunday when the Capitals scored 2 goals. They were down 4-2 when it happened, but they still scored 2 goals, and that's going to be a little confident. We'll talk also with that with Coach Steele tomorrow. There's a lot to really dive into here between the Oahe Capitals and the Brookings Rangers, and it's going to be a fun matchup here this evening. And I'm glad you're with us here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, and welcome those in listening on CapitalCityRock.com for the Brookings area, as well as maybe watching on YouTube here as well. And you can go to YouTube, search Capital City Rock Sports, and you can watch this game if you're from the Brookings area. Obviously, if you're from the Pier, Fort Pier area, you do know that all these games are on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube. But we will step aside, and when we come back here, we'll have our Weather All Coaches interview and talk with Coach Steve Steele of the Oahe Capitals. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, this is Assistant Captain Jaden Floor, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Joining me is Coach Steve Steele for the Weatherall Coaches interview. Coach, it's a big game. Last Sunday, you guys played Brookings to a 5-2 loss, and now here at home, you get the opportunity to quickly avenge that loss. That's going to feel kind of good to have that opportunity so quick again.
Yeah, it is, and I think it gives us an opportunity to make some adjustments. We felt like we played a pretty good game. They capitalized on more of our mistakes than we did of theirs, but it doesn't take away the fact that there was plenty of mistakes for us to capitalize on, and we got a lot of quality chances. We just got to find the back of the net.
And this game here at home, you guys get the last change, which I guess, or not even a guess, but that's got to be beneficial to you guys.
Yeah, it is. They like to do a lot of different matchups. So, I mean, it'll be good for us to make sure that we can ensure that we get the ones that we want out there.
And another big thing that you talk about all the time, and especially in the last 2 years, is having both your goalies play against each team. And Kieran Duffy will have the start here tonight after Carter Scholes played on Sunday, which gives Brookings a different look. It's not the same goalie that they've already faced.
Yeah, and I mean, not even just in terms of shooting, but again, in terms of play style. Kieran's going to be a lot more active playing the puck. Where Carter's going to be, Carter stays in his net a little bit more, which is, this their difference in style. So it's just more things for them to think about, more things for them have to adjust to that we don't.
They played Sioux Falls last night, got a 2-0 win against the Sioux Falls 1 team. Is there anything that you saw last night that maybe tells you something different that you didn't see on Sunday?
Their power play got a lot of work yesterday. I think they had 14 power plays yesterday. So hopefully we don't have anywhere near that much. But, they got a really good power play. We've just got to make sure that we're disciplined and stay out of the penalty box. We truly feel if we play this game as a full 5-on-5 game, we can beat them.
And just like last night and every other time except for your guys' game, nobody's scored more than 1 goal against them, except for you guys when you got 2 goals. That's also going to be kind of a confidence booster going into this game.
Yeah, it really is, And again, I thought we had the opportunity to score far more than 2. I think we could easily have won that game 5-2 if you flipped who capitalized and who didn't. I think it looked like a pretty even game on film when you take the score off of it, So hopefully we can find a way to do that. And, I thought a lot of our scheme stuff worked pretty well, and we just got to find ways to finish in the end.
3 of the last 5 games against these 2 teams have resulted in overtime. So is an early goal even important in this game? Obviously, I mean, it'd be great to have, but is it important to get an early goal, maybe an early lead on Brookings?
Any goal against Brookings is an important one. But, really, the biggest thing is if you can get a lead. I said you really don't want to go down, and you especially don't want to go down more than 1. I said I think that was the trouble when we played in Brookings is we ended up going down 3, and then it was just an uphill battle the whole way. Where, if you can stay within 1 shot, I think you always are there in the end.
That top line has been so good for you guys. How important is it for them to try and find some scoring? I know you always like to see that secondary scoring outside the top line, but how important is it to get this top line going tonight?
Well, the crazy thing about this, it'd be huge to get those guys on it because they didn't score against Brookings. It was our second and third line guys that got the 2 goals against Brookings. And again, it wasn't for a lack of chances, So I said we've just got to keep pushing. And the guys, just have to find ways to finish in the end. It was a big focus all week, and we did the hard part of getting to those tough areas and getting those opportunities. And now we just got to put them in.
This is a big game tonight. What's it going to take to get 2 points against this Brookings Ranger team?
I think the 2 biggest things are going to be staying out of the penalty box, playing 5-on-5, and then capitalizing. I think. Barring some crazy adjustments by them, I think we're still going to find ourselves with some good opportunities to score the goals. We've just got to actually score those goals and not let them make the saves.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, John.
Back with more of the pregame show next here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Frigid air and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Tuesday, the Sully Butte Charger boys will hit their home court for a tough contest. You can catch on Country 95.3 FM. This is DT Meyer. The Chargers will host the talented Ipswich Tigers. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:15 with the pregame to start at 7. The Ipswich Tigers and Sully Butte Chargers. Boys basketball Tuesday night on your home for Charger sports. Country 95.3 FM, peercountry.com, and on YouTube at Country 95.3 FM Sports.
Hi, this is Dre Burnt, assistant captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here to the pregame show, right before we take our final break, the Oahe Capitals and Brookings Rangers are getting set for a puck drop. We're just about a little under 10 minutes away. They had a little bit of problem with the Zamboni. They're getting that. They got it fixed, as obviously, if you're watching on YouTube right now, you saw that Zamboni go across. They've got that fixed, but they had to stop for just a little bit. So we're a little bit farther behind, but then nonetheless, we'll get things going here this evening as the Oahe Caps hosting the Brookings Rangers in what should be a good contest, a good crowd on hand right now here at the Expo Center, and might even fill up a little bit more before we get to the start of this game. As the Caps, they right now looking to go to 8-2 on the season. The Rangers are looking to go to 9-0. The Rangers won last night 2-0 over Sioux Falls 1, and as Coach Steele said, they had like 14 power plays. They had a lot of power plays yesterday. They had numerous amounts of chances, but Sioux Falls won, a very good team in their right to, and that was their first loss of the season. So the Caps now will be looking for an opportunity to win here, and when they will host Sioux Falls 2-1 coming up here in just a couple of weeks. That Sioux Falls 1 game, both Sioux Falls games are important. Every game is important in South Dakota hockey, but that Sioux Falls 1 game might be amped up a little bit more because of the fact that how they were able to handle Brookings, and that was just their first loss of the season for Sioux Falls 1. So, and that's that Sioux Falls 2 team last year, for the most part, is Sioux Falls 1. A couple of different guys in there, but mostly Sioux Falls 2 from last year, Sioux Falls 1, kind of rotating the teams. The younger guys move up to the Sioux Falls 1 spot after Sioux Falls playing for Sioux Falls 2. So we're just about set here. Zamboni trying to finish up one to get a couple more spots here before we get things going. But the Caps and Rangers are set to battle here in just a couple of moments. Coaches are making their way to the bench. Referees are on their way out right now to get things, get the nets on their moorings and just about set to go here between the Oahe Capitals and the Brookings Rangers. Caps are the only team so far in the 8 wins for the Brookings Rangers to score multiple goals. That's how good the Rangers have been through 8 games. Is their most goals against is 2 that the Capitals scored last Sunday. They're looking to do that and more here in this contest against the Rangers, especially on home ice, where that also opens up 10 straight games here at home. The Caps have had 2 home games. They have 12 home games, 8 road games this year. They've had just 2 home games to this point. Even though they've played the most games out of any team coming into the night, they've only had 2 home games. So they will spend nearly the rest of the season here at the Expo Center. They have 1 more road game to go, and that'll be the final game of the season against Sioux Falls 2. Sioux Falls 1 in Sioux Falls. That's a lot of home cooking and a lot of non-traveling for the Oahe Capitals to do here coming up in the next couple of weeks. We step aside one more time, and when we come back, Puck Drop is for you next. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre. Friday night, the Governor girls will be at the Court Palace to face the Mitchell Colonels, and KCCR will be there for the call. This is Sports Director John Winkler. Join me on Friday night as the Pierre girls will have its first ESD matchup of the season as they travel out to Mitchell to face the tough Colonels. Coverage will begin at 6:40 with tip-off at 7 o'clock. The Pierre Governors and Mitchell Colonels, Friday night girls basketball on your home for Governor Sports. KCCR, KCCRradio.com, and on YouTube to watch at KCCR Sports. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Hi, this is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here, they are introducing the starting lineups for the Brookings Rangers. We'll start with them. Zach Struck, Brody Powers, and Talon Richter will get the start as the forwards. For the Oahe Capitals, the defensemen will be Ryan Wadeen and Dre Burns. We'll also have the top line of Jaron Beck, Carter Sanderson, and Ashton Grease. We'll finish here with the Brookings Rangers as Jacob Drew and Ren Jacobson are the defensemen, and Kate Brecker is between the pipes. 8 wins, a .71 goals against average, and a .936 save percentage. He has 3 shutouts so far in the season. 3 shutouts for Kate Brecker. And the man between the pipes, between the White Capitals, is Kieran Duffy. He's got 3 wins, a 3 goals against average, and .891 save percentage with a shutout so far on the season. We're introducing the starting lineup still, and they're introducing the Junior Capitals as well, as the Hawaii Caps and Brookings Rangers are just about set here for hockey this Saturday night. They turn the lights down to introduce the Capitals coming out on the ice. A good atmosphere, a good crowd on here and here at the Expo Center, and looking forward to this one between two of the better teams in the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, as we will stand aside for the playing of the national anthem as we are set for hockey. National anthem has been played. We are ready to go here this evening as the Capitals are looking for their 8th win of the season. The Brookings Rangers looking for their 9th win of the season. Head coach Justin Kirchhoff, he is making his way over the bench right now. The Hawaii Caps, coach Steve Steele, in his now 3rd season with the Hawaii Caps. They're looking to beat the Rangers in back-to-back seasons here at the Expo Center. And again, those starting lineups, it is Zach Struck, Brody Powers, and Talon Richter, the 3 forwards, with Jacob Drew and Ren Jacobson, the defenseman, and Kate Brecker in net. For the Hawaii Capitals, the top line of Ashton Grease, Carter Sanderson, and Jaron Beck will get things started. Again, they've combined for 27 goals so far on the season. And for the defense for the Capitals is Dre Burns and Ryan Wadeen, with Kieran Duffy in net for the Caps. 3 wins, 3 goals against average, .891 save percentage, and a shutout for Duffy. 8 wins, 0.71 goals against average, .936 save percentage, and a shutout, 3 shutouts for Kate Brecker. Rangers from right to left, the Capitals from left to right. 17 minutes are on the clock. We're underway for Saturday night hockey here at the Expo Center as the Brookings Rangers win the opening draw. They will dump it in. Duffy will go out of his net to play it, and around the boards it goes as Talon Richter got over to it first. In the corner of the near side, comes back out to the point. Zach Struck will play it around as he keeps it in the zone. And it'll be played for Ryan Wadeen up on the far side boards. Ashton Grease trying to help support. Wadeen trying to kick it up to Grease. Instead, it's taken by the Rangers, and they score the first shot. Talon Richter scores again for the Brookings Rangers, his 5th of the season. 16:33 to go here in the first period. And the Rangers score right away and are up 1-0 over the Hawaii Capitals. Rangers, Richter from the face-off down the far side. Put it over the blocker side of Duffy, beats him on the first shot. So we are not even 30 seconds in, and the Capitals will have to play 1 goal down. Dre Burnt on the face-off, won by the Capitals. Here's Ryan Wadeen up to Beck, who flips it along, trying to get it to Sanderson. That's a hand pass that will be called. Zach Struck will get the assist in the first goal of the game. A hand pass that will bring it to the near side blue line face-off dot just outside the Rangers' end. 16:22 to go here in the first period. That was a good shot, though, by Talon Richter. Get the Rangers on the board first. That one comes all the way for Brecker to play after it was redirected by a Brookings Ranger. And now the Rangers are at 3-on-1 in the zone. Another chance for Richter. Save made this time by Duffy with no rebound. And we get a whistle. That was Borton that took that shot. 16:07 left to go here in the first period. Face off to the right of Duffy. A tie-up. Capitals trying to find it, maybe fish it out. Keenan Howard came in front of the nets, and that'll be taken by Jack Merritt. Merritt for the Rangers. Pass goes back, and that's intercepted. Merritt trying to get over for Schulte. And now back up in the offensive end. That is Barrett Schweitzer for the Caps. He played behind the net by the Capitals. They're in the offensive end. Pass deflected. Here is an opportunity for the Caps again. That's Andre Carbonneau, but it will be cleared away by the Rangers. Keenan Howard throws it in from the red line, and the Capitals right now are offside, but the pass goes out anyway to Owen Schneider that played off the boards and just missed him. Howard plays it along for Jaden Flores, defensive partner. And there's a puck that was in the mitt of Breck Hershoff. He was able to turn his hand around, so it fell out of his mitt. And now Ashton Whitty carries it in. Whitty with a shot. Save is made. The rebound is loose. Good save there by Duffy to flex the right pad out. Made a blocker save with it either. As Schweitzer will dump it in. Didn't get it deep, so it's quickly turned around by Ren Jacobson and then dumped in by Breck Hershoff. Burnt plays it back around behind the nets. It'll be taken by Howard. His backhander up, goes out of the zone, and then pushed right back in by the Rangers where they tag up. And now Burnt plays it off. It was teed up by Duffy. Burnt's pass goes off of his skate. Man fell down in front where it was Richter. He ran into Burnt. Now Richter trying to stuff it in. It comes in front and popped up in the air. And now the Caps will try and think an offense going the other way. Burnt will carry it in the offensive end. His backhander towards the net. Brecker will make the save. And we get a whistle with 14:26 to go. here in the first period. 3 shots to 2 in favor of the Rangers, and a 1-0 lead for the Brookings Rangers. Dallin Richter, he got his 5th of the season. He also scored the first goal of the game against the Capitals. That was back last Sunday. Off the face-off, it goes back to Brecker. Well, he covers for another whistle. They're going to give the Caps another shot. 14:24 to go here in the first period. Face-off to the right of Brecker. And face-off comes to Brecker again from Ashton Grease. He's just trying to chip it over to him. They're going to give Grease another shot and another whistle. 21 to go here in the first period. They're going to get Brody Powers off the ice and try Bortnam to win the face-off. It's tied up. It's kicked and then played back around by Carter Sanderson. Caps are just down by 1 shot right now. That goes off the Zamboni doors. Comes back over to Brecker. The puck is loose and it goes through the blue paint high over the top of Brecker. And around it comes back to the far side where it's chipped out of the zone. Burton got a piece of his man, but then a pass that's nearly turned over. It was a delayed offside. Sanderson, though, took it for the Caps. Here comes the 8th grader in for the Capitals, Carter Sanderson. Tried to stick lift. He gets twisted and turned down in the boards. And a penalty is coming up, and I believe it's on the Rangers for a high stick. And the Capitals will have the power play with 13:50 to go here in the first period. A high sticking call. That'll be against Peterson. And the Caps have their first power play chance. Down 1-0 with 13:50 left to go in the first period. Ashton Grease will look to win the faceoff. It was, though, won by the Rangers. Not out of the zone on the first opportunity, but it was then cleared away. Here is Sanderson from the red line. He'll throw it in off the stick of Brecker and goes behind the net. The Rangers will throw it out, but it was gloved down. Pass across. Sanderson's got a wide open side. His shot goes off the glove of Brecker and it goes out of play. And we get a whistle. Sanderson was left all alone over on the near side. And it will be a face-off here for the Capitals still in the attacking end. They got Burns, Carbonneau, Sanderson, Grease, and Beck right now here on power play 1. 4 shots to 3 in favor of the Capitals. Looking to tie it up here with 13:29 to go. Still a minute 40 to go on the power play. Face-off won by the Rangers. They cleared all the way down. Duffy will play it off the stick. He will come out to play it and pass it over for Burt. Still a minute and a half to go on the power play. Burt will hesitate. Now he'll carry it across the red line and into the offensive end. Burt on the back end. His shot save is made by Brecker. It's loose in front. There's a chance for Grease. The rebound still there, but comes back out for Burt. His shot goes all the way through, and Brecker makes the save. And the Rangers will clear it all the way down. It goes all the way on nets, where Duffy will play it and hand off again for Burt. 1:05 left to go on the power play. 12:53 to go in the first period. Here is Carbonneau. Cross-ice pass for Sanderson. He is in the offensive end. Sanderson tried to center it. Goes off the stick of Brecker. Around it comes. It's held in by Beck. Still 50 seconds left to go on the power play. It will be cleared away. Carbonneau came off the ice. He was coming off the ice, but Keenan Howard had not stepped on. So Carbonneau got hit by the puck, but it was not going to be a chance for too many men. There the Capitals now will ice it, just barely ice it. And with 35 seconds left to go here on the power play and 12:24 left to go in the first period, it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Rangers, who are shorthanded right now. Logan Bortnam will take the faceoff with John Lyons. One honk out with a shot. Easy glove saved by Duffy. And a whistle with 12:20 to go here in the first period. 8 shots so far for the Capitals. A couple of them come off the faceoff. 31 seconds left to go in the power play. 12:20 is left to go in the period. Faceoff is taken by Grayson Hunsley. He gets it out of the zone. Hunsley now in the red line. He couldn't gain any farther. Logan Bortnam takes it away. He is in, trying to push it deep. Now Floor will turn with 18 seconds left to go. Floor will get speed in the offense, going into the offensive end. Floor carries it in, swings wide, trying to find a way to get it through the paints. It comes all the way back on the far side, chipped along by Howard as he'll turn with it. From the faceoff circle, his shot goes past Brecker, and it goes out of the zone, as the Rangers are able to kill off the first power play attempt by the Capitals. Turning and passing, Lions from the red line, taps it in. Good dump in there by Lions to get the change that they want for the Capitals, to get the top line back out there. That one's turned over to Howard. He'll throw it off the boards, trying to diagonally pass it along to Grease. Instead, it's back for the Rangers to carry it in the offensive end. Howard backhands, chips it out. Then it's chipped and chasing now is Carter Sanderson in the neutral zone. Getting to it first were the Rangers, and back in, here comes Breck Hershoff. He tried to hand it off, but no one was there except for Ashton Grease. Now Sanderson will catch. His long shot whistles wide of Brecker. And right back out the Rangers. They lost the puck. They tried to skate without the puck. Now Hershoff here at the blue line. He's able to carry it in onside. He'll play it off the boards to himself. Hershoff will turn. He looks witty, receives a pass. His shot is blocked. And now Ashton Grease plays it up. That one misses everybody. Goes down for an icing with 10:46 to go here in the first period. And an offensive zone face-off here for the Rangers. Glad you're with us here on Capital City Rock. Watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. 8-4 in shots in favor of the Brookings Rangers. Of the Oahe Capitals, but a 1-0 lead for the Brookings Rangers. Face-off is taken by the Rangers. From the point, there's a shot that goes off the stick of Duffy. It goes up into the net and out of play. And another offensive zone face-off. That came off the stick of Peterson, who took the first penalty of the game. But for the Rangers, they were able to kill it off. Several shots on that first power play for the Capitals. They ended up having 4 on the power play, but did not score on it. Andre Carbonell looking to win the face-off. Instead, the Rangers. Peterson from the point throws it down in the far side corner. Here is now Struck. Zach Struck from the near side corner. Burt trying to lift the stick. Struck still with it. He'll turn, top of the face-off circle, starting to walk it in. Good stick lift there by Carbonell. Taken by Schweitzer, and now Schweitzer's going to try and pick up some speed. He's got Herman with him. Schweitzer on the backhand. Shot it off the side of the goalpost on a tough angle. And here from the near side corner, the Caps trying to keep the pressure on the offensive end. Burt does that. He's able to wrap it around. It comes all the way to the far boards and up the boards, but held in again by Ryan Wadeen. But it goes across right to the Rangers, will be taken out. And here's Luke Honkamp that brings it in. Trying to pass it over for Richter. When it rolled up his stick, and then Carbonell, he was able to maybe seal off Richter. And the puck does come out of the zone, where now Jacob Colley will take it. And Colley is in on the offensive side for the Rangers. His pass off the boards. 2 guys swing at it, both miss it, but Burt is able to take it back from behind the net. Pass goes up for Devin Dodson, then chipped along by John Lyons and into the zone with 9:25 to go in the first period. Grayson Hunsley in the corner. Played back out by Merritts. He'll carry it across and in the offensive end. But right back out of the zone goes Hunsley. There's a delayed offside. The Rangers will tag back up. John Lyons now will dump it in. He'll chase after it. Cade Brecker plays it behind the net. Actually, he didn't even play it. He stayed back there as long as he could, but had to escape to get back in front of the net. And nearly the Caps they will have a 2-on-1, but a good job by Keenan Howard. Good stick there to eliminate the 2-on-1. The Rangers are circling around trying to get back on side. And now the pass goes up for Ashton Grease, where now Jaden Floor will take it back in the neutral zone. Keenan Howard from his own blue line. Pass goes across, tipped along by Beck and into the zone. 8:34 to play here in the first period. Brecker comes out to play it. Beck was able to knock it down. To the blue line it comes. Howard holds the zone. Played off the glass. Bouncing puck that's off of Richter. Off of Jacob Drew. And now Drew from behind his own nets. He'll play it around the boards. But Floor again holds the zone. Grease behind the nets. Trying to put it in front. The Rangers are able to intercept the pass, but Floor is able to hold the zone another time. Back behind the net it goes again. That one bounced over the stick of Grease. And now trying to spring free. And here's Ashton Whitty with a breakaway. Jaden Floor trying to get back. A save is made by Duffy. A rebound chance is off the skates of Howard. And the penalty's coming up on Jaden Floor. With a rough is called on Floor. So he will go to the penalty box. And the Caps will go on the Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. With 7:51 to go. It's a rough on Floor that he made one check, tried to make the next check, but gets called for it. The referee seemed to maybe be just a little bit hesitant to throw the hand up. I know their emphasis is calling penalties and calling roughs. So that might have been the difference in that. Last year maybe it doesn't be called a penalty, but this year it is. Ashton Whitty for the point. His shot doesn't get through. It gets blocked. And then played back as Owen Schneider couldn't handle it. Nearly a trip there by Keller Herman. And a hand pass is called. So as Schneider will come off the ice, Zach Struck will come on the ice for him. The hand pass carries it out, the face-off out of the zone with 1:45 left to go on the power play. 7:35 left to go here in the first period. 8-6 in shots in favor of the Caps, but they're down 1-0. Talon Richter scored the first shot of the game, 27 seconds in. We have not had a goal since then. Corbin Beestrom will clear it all the way back down. Played from Ashton Whitty, and Whitty plays it across as the Caps are all spaced out right now. The penalty killers, 4-on-2 in the zone. Hershoff waits. His pass goes up to the slot. The shot goes maybe high, maybe off of Duffy, and then it'll be cleared away by the Capitals. And a good play there by Duffy and a good play by the Capitals. Keller Herman racing down, trying to think attacking shorthanded. Trying to push into Whitty. SB taken by Hershoff. 6:57 to go in the first period. 1:05 left to go on the power play for the Rangers. Hershoff stops in the zone. Passes, goes across. Played off the boards by Struck. He'll go down to the corner. Struck, his pass misses. Now played back for Whitty. Whitty will wait, plays off the skates of Struck, but still Bortnum. Now for Whitty again. He'll wait, he fails on the shot attempt. Burton made a diving play to make the stop, but it ended up being a whiffing shot from Whitty. But Whitty will get the puck back, walks in. His shot goes over the glove of Duffy. Stays in play off the glass. Hershoff. He'll turn. Back over for Whitty. Holds it in. Shot gets blocked before it gets through. And then they're still trying to toe drag with Struck. He's got it down low. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Whitty again with a shot. That one got all the way through and it went off the stick of Duffy. And it goes into the net, not a play. 6:09 to go here in the first period. 19 seconds left. And those penalty killers have got to be gassed. Schweitzer, Herman, Burns, and Beestrom all come off the ice. And they've got to be gassed going back and forth. But a good job killing that penalty right now. They still got 19 seconds to go on the penalty. Luke Honkamp, his pass goes across. Peterson waits. His shot goes all the way through but misses the net. It'll come out into the neutral zone. Honkamp plays it across. Peterson, his pass. Flutters in. Ryan Wadeen will turn. He'll clear it down one more time, and the Caps are 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Both teams have had a power play, nothing to show for it. Although the Rangers still lead 1-0 with 5:43 to go here in the first period. John Lyons trying to steal the puck. Then Lyons runs into one of the Rangers players. That puck is still loose. A bouncing puck that one of the Rangers tried to almost not cover up but block, and then Lyons came flying in, running into it, and the net's actually off right now, so they'll fix it. 5:33 left to go here in the first period. 8-8 in shots, and a face-off will be coming to the right of Brecker. I think with the net off, I think there was no Capital player that did that, so there's no chance of making it outside the zone. Ashton Grease along with Ashton Whitty on the face-off. Whitty wins it, but it'll be played back around now. Beck, they'll try and cycle it around for Grease, back to Beck, and now and then Grease again. He gets nudged off the puck, and Ren Jacobson will take it here for the Rangers. Jacobson will dump it in. Duffy comes out to play it. He'll wrap it around the far side. Comes back to the blue line. The shot goes up, and now we got a penalty coming up here. And Ashton Grease is going to get called for a rough. Grease is called for a rough. Coach Steele not happy with that one either, because he was calling, he said they got it, and then their team gets called for the penalty. So with 5:05 to go here in the first period, the Capitals are back on the penalty kill. Another rough is called. This one on Ashton Grease. So one of your best face-off guys and one of your best penalty killers. But I think maybe Herman won that face-off so cleanly that he pushed it out of the zone. He was able to chip it out on the first face-off of this second power play for the Rangers. Second Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. Into the zone it goes here for the Rangers. Racing after it, Howard got to it, and he throws it all the way down. Good job there by Keenan Howard. Still 1:38 left to go here in the power play, and 4:40 left to go here in the first period. As now Hershoff, Bortnam carries it in. He's offside. He lost the handle of it by the time he regathered it. He, along with everybody else at that line, there's 3 guys that all came offside, trying to carry it in the zone. 4:35 left here in the first period. 8-8 in shots. Face-off taken by the Rangers. Bortnam plays it across for Whitty. They've got that top power play unit back out on the ice. Whitty carries it in, but he's offside again. And Whitty throws it back behind the net, and the coaching staff, the bench, looking maybe for a call against Whitty, but I think from here our angle looked like he shot the puck at the net. I think he missed it by a couple of feet in frustration, but still could have been called. There's a pass that's going to be intercepted. Here's a chance for now Barrett Schweitzer in on a breakaway. He shoots off the post, nearly tied it up. Schweitzer on the shorthanded chance goes off the post, maybe off the crossbar, and now the Rangers will ice it. No, they wave off icing. As Jaden Floor, the linesman telling why it wasn't icing, but it was waved off in the last second. 50 seconds left to go here in the minor penalty to Grease. Hershoff intercepts a clearing attempt. Hershoff carries it back around the net. 40 seconds left to go here on the power play. Duffy gets knocked down. They score, and they allow the goal to count. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The goal is scored by the Rangers, and how in the world was Duffy knocked down, and there was no call against or no just waving everything off. The power play is going to be scored by the Brookings Rangers. As of right now, they've got it. And Ashton Grease is coming out of the penalty box. This could be a good goal. 3:41 left to go here in the first period. And a power play goal by the Ranger. Hershoff scores. Struck. Wow, that's a questionable goal allowed to be scored. As 2-0 now, the Capitals are down with 3:35 to go in the first period. Duffy got knocked down. Whatever it was that was said to Coach Steele, I'm not sure that he was happy about it. But Duffy was down, never got a chance to get up, and Hershoff was able to put in the back of the net, basically the wide open net. And with 3:31 left to go here in the first period, it's now a 9-8 shot advantage for the Brookings Rangers and a 2-0 lead for the Rangers. Hershoff and Richter have both scored. There's a pass that goes to the stick of Burt and then flipped out of the zone by the Capitals. 3:18 left to go. Caps are going to be able to use this one to their advantage. Here's Sanderson with a shot, and that one goes wide. Maybe got a piece of it was Brecker. Beck trying to hold the zone. He does, but it does finally come out. And now the Rangers back from their own blue line. Honkamp. He is hit by Grease. Carried in is Schneider. Pass goes across. Richter fans on the first chance, and he put it wide. Here with 2:50 left to go in the first period. 9-8 again in shots in favor of the Rangers. That one's somehow flipped out of the zone. Almost looked like it was thrown out of the zone by the Capitals. But instead, the Rangers now from the neutral zone. Throwing it high off the glass. Stays in play as they dumped it in. Burt with a good check on Jack Merritt. Bortnam, though, will take it away from Beck. Here's behind the net. It is a chance. There's flipped outs by Jace Anderson. And now Sanderson trying to put it to the net. Grease trying to pass it through, and it did get to Brecker, and he's able to make the save here with 2:15 left to go in the first period. Here is now Merritt in. He is nudged off the puck. Sanderson flips it high out to center ice. A bouncing puck, they're going to wave off icing. Honkamp, he played it up just behind the skates and stick of Grayson Hunsley. Dumped in by the Rangers. 1:50 to go. Here is Jaden Floor. One of the Rangers players lost his stick. That was Whitty. And now Hunsley up for Devin Dodson. Dodson throws it to the net. Easy save made by Brecker. Saw it all the way through. Not a whole lot on it. Hunsley from the near side boards. And at the blue line, it's still held in by the Capitals. 1:27 to play here in the first period. Honkamp has it. Long cross-ice pass off the boards to Hershoff, but taken away by Howard. And a good stick there by Powers. Otherwise, by Drew. Otherwise, Howard might have had a 2-on-1 in. There's going to be an icing against the Capitals with 1:09 to go here in the first period. The Caps are back up 10-9 in shots right now, but they are down 2-0 in the game. That second goal, Hershoff. That second goal will be one to go back and watch on YouTube later. Yeah, because it doesn't have to be a penalty for it not to count. It could just be just as simple as running into, and there's no goal allowed. But the referee said he saw it the whole way. There's 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Ryan Wadeen. Here is over as Andre Carbonell carries it in. His pass for Schweitzer. Glove save made by Brecker. And with 47.7 seconds left to go, the top line will get out there one more time here to try and pull within one. They've got to find a way to pull within one. Just like last night, we were talking during the Hawaii Lady Caps game when the Caps were down by 2. The next goal was going to be an important one. Brecker will cover after Grease won the face-off. 45.8 left to go. But the next goal is a big one because you're either down by 3 or it's a 1-goal game. This will come all the way out of the zone. Burnt will race back from his own end as pass goes across for Wadeen. Flipped up and out of the zone by Wadeen, back in the neutral zone. And at the blue line, it is carried in by Hershoff. He gets run into by Wadeen. And now Sanderson, hard pass for Beck right on the stick of Beck. Good toe drag move with 22 seconds to go in the period. Beck is in. And no, he is offside. And 19.7 left to go here in the first period. The Caps will have a neutral zone face-off. And Wadeen will come off. Keenan Howard will step on the ice. With the Caps taking some offense here in the last 19.7. They got probably their best 2 offensive defensemen out there right now on the ice, and Dre Burnt and Keenan Howard. Into the zone with 13 seconds to go in the period. Over for Beck trying to hold the zone. Howard does hold the zone. His shot, though, is blocked. And now Howard with 3 seconds left. Over for Burnt. He was able to chip it over. Sanderson trying to get a shot away at the last second, but it was blocked another time, and that will end the first period. Caps down 2-0 here at the end of the first. They outshoot the Rangers 12-9, but are down 2-0 where it matters the most. Talon Richter gets the first goal. Breck Hershoff gets the second one as the Caps trail at 2-0 here at the end of the first period. We will talk here with assistant coach John Katilnik as again, Caps down 2-0 here at the end of the first period as we get him the headset here. So, all right, Coach, first period didn't go the way that you're hoping it for. Down 2-0 right now, but out shooting the Rangers 12-9. Had a couple of good looks, and really right now the name of this game is a couple unfortunate breaks. First shot goes in, and then Duffy's down, and that second goal goes in on the power play.
Yeah, add on to that, we hit 3 posts, so it's close. I mean, the guys are there. It's just a matter of, getting 1 or 2 lucky breaks going our way. And, the only way that happens is the guys staying positive on the bench. And that's something we really got to work on, is just not worrying about things outside of our control.
Yeah, and that the call is now what it is. I know that the bench was not happy with the call, but the only way you can use it to your advantage is by staying positive and trying to use it to your advantage.
Exactly, and that's, it starts with us as coaches. We got to rein it in. We got to, understand that we can't control the calls the refs either see or don't see. So the only thing I told the guys on the bench is go put it where they can't take it away, and that's in the net. So go put it on the board. Yeah, and,
Duffy has made 7 saves and 9 chances. He's made some really good saves. There's been a couple of really good shots from the Rangers, and, the ones that have gone in, the second one he couldn't do anything about, but that first one, Talon Richter had a good shot, but he's made some really good saves, and he's looked good so far in this game.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Duffy. He always comes ready to play, and, Brookings is going to get their shots. They got some good shooters. They got a lot of skilled guys. We just got to make sure we're getting in lanes and passing and making sure we're shot blocking and doing the things we're supposed to be doing.
So going into the second period, obviously you kind of maybe I wouldn't say change your game plan or you can adjust going into the second period, but you got to adjust being down by 2. So what's that adjustment, initial adjustment going into the second period?
You know, I don't know if it's necessarily an adjustment. It's more of re-emphasizing we got to shoot the puck. And we did. You had 12 shots on goal. That's something that a lot of teams can't do against Brookings teams is, there's teams that will go a whole game and not have 12 shots against Brookings. So we just got to keep putting the puck on net and, crashing and getting rebounds.
What's it going to take here to come back, but also just to maybe get a win here in regulation or in overtime, whatever it might be against this Brookings team?
Yeah, positivity. I mean, that just comes down to it. It's real easy to get negative in games like this when you feel like calls aren't going your way, and it just, everything unravels. But if our guys maintain their posture and come out shooting, we should be able to do all right.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck in the second and third period.
Thanks.
Coach John Katilnik of the Oahe Capitals. Hey, we've all been there, Coach. We struggle with words. More so I do than anybody else. But the Oahe Capitals down 2-0 here at the end of the first period, as they were able to outshoot the Rangers 12-9 in that first period, but they're down in where it counts 2-0 at the end of the first period. We step aside. We'll come back and recap the first period for you. The Oahe Capitals down 2-0 at the end of one. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Thursday, it's girls and boys basketball doubleheader action on Country 95.3 FM. The Sully Butte Chargers will host the Miller Rustlers. These contests are always spirited, and this matchup should be no different. The girls will go first with the tip-off at around 6:15, with the boys' game to follow. The Miller Rustlers and Sully Butte Chargers basketball doubleheader action Thursday night on your home for Charger sports, Country 95.3 FM, PearCountry.com, and on YouTube at Country 95.3 FM Sports. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Keenan Howard, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Well, the Caps are down 2-0 here at the end of the first period as we welcome you into our intermission report. It was a goal scored by Talon Richter on the first shot of the game that came 27 seconds in. Zach Struck got the assist, and then Breck Hershoff got the second goal on the power play. Struck got the assist again, so he's got 2 points, and the Caps are down 2-0 here at the end of the first period. The second goal of the game, and again, that's a knee-jerk reaction by me making the call. It didn't seem like there was it looked like Duffy wouldn't have fallen down by himself, or because And that's the biggest thing here is that the Caps, if Duffy is knocked down by any reason by the Brookings Rangers players, whether it's pushing the Ranger player for the Ranger pushing or just jostling along with a Capital player and running into Duffy, that's something has to be done with the goal goes in. If he gets knocked down, and maybe things are a little bit different, and I'm not an official at all, so I preface that with just basing it off of what the NHL game is like, that if Duffy goes down and there's any kind of contact, and of course they can't review it, so there's no chance to review. It's what the referee saw on the ice, whether he saw it and that's how it was, because, you're going to call it like you see it. You're not going to call it based on the fact that you're sitting up in the crow's nest right now. So that's the one thing. That's another thing, too, is that the referee sees it one way. That's how he's going to call it. But there's no chance for a video review to go and see if there was any kind of contact that was created by the Brookings Rangers. Wouldn't necessarily be a penalty, and maybe it is in high school hockey that it has to become a penalty, but it was something that just did not look right. The referee called it a good goal. It was on the power play. The Capitals did not think it should have been. And one could have led to a really frustrating end of that first period, and it kind of did. It kind of, they're down 2-0, but it could have snowballed a little bit more, and they could have been down 3 or 4-0 after that goal. Now you can't do anything about it. Whether it was right or wrong doesn't matter anymore, because the Caps have to use it. They got to feel like even if it was wrong, you got to use it to your advantage. You can't let that dictate how you play the rest of the game. You can't let that frustrate you to take dumb penalties or anything else. You've got to find a way to use it to your momentum now to try and get back in this game down 2-0. And that's the hard thing, too. We talked about it last Sunday when the Rangers went up by a couple of goals. They had the Rangers win games when they go up 2-0. Outside the Capitals scoring 2 goals on Sunday, any other team right now in the season, this game's over because nobody scored 2 goals. Nobody's got multiple goals against the Brookings Rangers except for the Caps last Sunday. Every other game, we could probably wrap up the broadcast and just go home and say the Rangers are going to win this game. Now, the Rangers still might win this game, but the Caps are in a much different position than the other teams have had, and they've got to continue to find shots and put them on net. They did a good job out shooting the Rangers 12-9 in that first period. Caps are down 2-0. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. We will step aside. We'll come back with more of the first intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Sanders has been servicing the Pier area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pier or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Kieran Duffy, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Caps are down 2-0 here at the end of the first period, as it is the 12-9 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals, though. But it is a 2-0 lead for the Rangers. We will return and have the second period for you next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pier, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pier.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pier say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pier.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pier. Zanders has been servicing the Pier area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pier or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Steve Steele, the head coach for the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Back here as we welcome you back to the second period. The Hawaii Capitals down 2-0 to the Brookings Rangers. We start 5-on-5. Looks like the top line along with Jaden Floor and Keenan Howard will get things started for the Hawaii Capitals. As they go from right to left, the Rangers from left to right. And this next goal is a big one. Either down by 3 or it's a 1-goal game. With 17 minutes are on the clock, we are set here for the second period. And it will be won by the Hawaii Capitals. We're underway. That one's chipped into the zone by Jaron Beck. Around the boards it goes. Here the near side it comes, and at the blue line held in by Keenan Howard. Around it goes back to the far side, into the corner. Jaron Beck runs into his man. Pass comes in front. Grease trying to stuff it in and could not. Brecker is loose. It goes behind Brecker and through the blue paint, but unable to get a shot away of the Capitals. And quickly back out come the Rangers. Duffy goes back behind the net, touches it up, but doesn't play it up for Howard. Powers fanned on the first pass attempt, and now it'll be played back around, and now Jaron Beck trying to escape the zone quickly. Off the stick of Sanderson. It goes all the way down into the near side corner. Nice play there by Grease, but still taken by Struck. Beck runs into Struck, eliminates him from the puck. And now Floor, his pass over, Grease, that one's deflected and will come out of the zone. Here's Keenan Howard now as he'll turn. And from his own end, pass goes across for Floor. He'll wait. Pass goes up. Sanderson between his legs to push it into the zone, but doesn't go deep and comes back out now here for Floor. He'll pass it over for Howard. Richter went down. He's a little slow to get up and kind of laboring as he goes his way to the bench. Now pass goes for Sanderson, just rolled off of his stick, and he'll go off for a change. He was late on that shift, over a minute and 15 seconds. Here is Grease trying to pass it to himself. Here is an opportunity. Dodson trying to swat at it, but Grease now still with it, trying to stuff it in front. They goes off the post, or they can count it in. I think it went the back of the net. The horn went off. The Capitals are celebrating, but there is no indication there's a goal. And this would be a huge. It looked like Hunsley put in the back of the net, and they're not going to count the goal. I think it maybe either went off the post, but it stays a 2-0 game. And so the Caps now, it could be 1-1, it could be 2-1. But there is no goal. So the Caps celebrated. The referee blew the whistle, and I think he just lost sight of the puck. And they do not count that first goal. Here's Lions. Pass comes in front. Dodson fanned on the one-time chance. And it goes all the way down. 15-10 to go. Well, and now the Caps thought they had that first one. But now they have to go work hard again to try and make it a 2-1 game. Goes all the way down. Brecker will play it over for Peterson. It'll be played up. And now it'll be held in by Corbin Beestrom. And a pass from Whitty. Good play there from Burnt to seal off Richter. And Beestrom goes across for Hunsley. And Hunsley played it back around, and it will be in the zone. Carbonneau, Herman, and Schweitzer will step on the ice. Schweitzer will step on the ice momentarily. Hunsley's still out there right now with the rest of that third line for the Caps. Beestrom plays across for Burnt, plays it up, and flipped in by Hunsley. And he'll get off the ice, says they'll make that complete change now. Up and out of the zone by the Rangers. They do a really good job of, even if they don't cleanly exit the zone, they still exit the zone looking rather cleanly. That pass looking for Herman from Carbonneau, just missing. And that'll be pushed back in by the Rangers. Duffy comes out to play it. Carbonneau trying to touch it along, turns it over though. There's a shot that gets blocked up by Jaden Floor. And then flipped out of the zone by Schweitzer. Herman over, he'll run into his man, and it'll be played back here by Floor as he'll dump it in, chase after it. Peterson played around the net to the far side. Jacob drew up. They will come out of the zone. Ashton Grease is able to eliminate his man, but the puck stayed there, and it'll be taken now here by the Rangers. That shot, another block shot by the Capitals. Out of the zone it goes for Grease. Grease passed it over for Herman, but he was coming off the ice, so the Rangers will take it. And there's a shot and a save is made, as that one was off the stick of Colbert. Caps are trying to get it back in the offensive end. Now they're making a change defensively. Rangers, this is a period of the long change, so you got to be 100% sure, no hesitation coming off the ice. It'll be cleared away by the Capitals. They're going to catch a break, though, because it went off the linesman. It probably wasn't going to go the distance, but it could have gone the distance for an icing. Touched by Burt. He'll play it back again, so no hand pass. And now Burt, his back into the nets, is sticked away by Brecker. Sanderson played it back over Burt. He'll walk it on the boards. Trying to pass it off the boards over for Grease. And now Grease tangled up in the corner. Flips it to the nets. Sticked away by the Rangers. Back across. It goes on the far side. Here's Sanderson from the wing. His shot redirected by Grease. And then he is pushed off away so he couldn't get a rebound. Brecker made another good save there. He's made all 15 saves against the Hawaii Capitals right now. Burnt chipped it right back out of his own end. And then he did a good job of holding that line at the blue line. Grease trying to hang on to Ashton Whitty. But Whitty was able to take him down. And now Grease, he'll twist and turn. Pass goes to Sanderson. He is run into by Drew. And then be flipped up off the glass, held in by Howard. Good pinch. They're to the net. Lines a bouncing puck. He swats at it and goes just wide to the near side here of Brecker. And now Hershoff. Hershoff is in. He'll throw it wide of the net. It goes off the side of the net and be played back on the near side. Duffy was looking over to that far side where there's Zamboni doors. And then it'll be iced by the Capitals with 11:35 to go here in the second period. Caps thought they had that first of the game to make it 2-1. It either did not go in or just was not counted. And so the Caps are still down 2-0. And they got to feel they've not gotten the break on now 2 goals. One against them that counted for the Rangers, and one that didn't count for the Capitals. Now Duffy gets hit again. Now he is down. And Duffy, I don't know if he took a stick up towards the face. And the referee, I think, maybe saying that it was friendly fire why Duffy was down. And so Duffy is able to get the mask off. He will go for a skate. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Duffy with 11:28 to go here in the second period. 15-10 in shots in favor of the Caps, but a 2-0 lead here for the Brookings Rangers. Peterson behind the net. Pass goes out for Honka. His shot, that one is blocked down. Now Howard, he will try and chip it out of the zone and back into the Ranger end. He does, and then pushing off was Devin Dodson, trying to get the puck back. Peterson turns and looks at the referee, looking for a call, doesn't get it. And now Zach Struck, he is hit by Floor behind the net. And Struck trying to toe drag around. Instead, it's back out to the point for Honka. He'll play it back down. Struck with a shot. Save is made by Duffy. He'll cover. No rebound. And we get a whistle with 10:46 to go here in the second period. 16-11 in shots now. Caps still leading in that category, but down 2-0 with 10:46 left to go. It'll be Ashton Grease along with Ryan Wadeen and Jaron Beck. Actually, Sanderson was lined up as a defenseman. He escaped the zone really quick, trying to see if the Capitals can fish it out to him. And then now, it's held in by the Rangers. That pass, and then the net comes off his moorings. So we get a whistle here with 10:31 to go. That was Jacobson that held it in. Jacobson and Jacob Drew right now. Dre Burton talking with one of the officials right now. 16-11 in shots. Face off to the right of Duffy. It's tied up. Still at the face-off circle, then high off the glass. Now Sanderson will try and chip it out, and it will finally just barely come out of the zone, but right back in come the Rangers. Colbert trying to get that shot away, but that was blocked up. There's a feint-on chance, 2-on-1 here for the Capitals. Grease and Sanderson. Pass over for Sanderson. He scores! Sanderson makes it a one-goal game, 2-1 with 10:10 to go. Here in the second period. Sanderson's 16th of the season. That is the 18th assist for Ashton Grease. And the Caps take advantage of a break to make it 2-1 and are now back within one shot. They beat Brecker to the blocker side. On the face-off, it's won by the Rangers. Here is Whitty with a shot that goes well wide and high over Duffy. Here's Wadeen from behind his own net, turns it over. There's a shot, maybe kicked away by Duffy. Might have gone off the side of the cage. And now Grease, as he was knocked to the ice, was able to clear the zone. It is a delayed offside where the Rangers have to tag back up. Now Burnt gets it in the neutral zone, but is touched back in by the Rangers. And Hershoff plays it over for Sanderson. His pass goes over for Beck. They're back in the attacking end. Beck will flip it up and actually flips it over the glass, into the crowd, out of play, with 9:34 to go here in the second period. 17 shots on net for the Caps, 11 for the Rangers. And we have a hockey game at 2-1 right now. The Rangers leading. There was your all-important goal to make it either a one-goal game or a three-goal deficit. And it is a one-goal game right now. 2-1 is their score. Rangers scored the first two. The Caps have got that last one. About a minute ago, they were able to score that one. Make it 2-1. In the neutral zone, it'll be into the Ranger bench. And another whistle with 9:17 left to go here in the second period. It's a big goal for Carter Sanderson. He had been held off the point total last Sunday. And now here's a chance for the Caps as they'll push it back in. Keller Herman, that top line was all the way off the score sheet last Sunday. But Grease and Sanderson are on it now as it's a 2-1 game. That one's held in by the Capitals. Fanning on it was Carbonneau as he couldn't really find the handle to it. And now it's going the other way for Brody Powers. And Powers, he gets run all the way into, and Floor's going to get a penalty against him. And what's it going to be? It's going to be a boarding for Floor, which means that he is going to be done for the game. Floor gets called for a boarding, which is a 2 and a 10. That would be his third penalty. That's also misconduct, so that's, if it's a 2 and a 10, that means Floor is done because he got a penalty earlier. 8:50 left to go here in the second period. Yeah, Floor is going to be done for the rest of this game, so Jaden Floor will head off as that's going to be his third penalty against. So Jaden Floor, he is done after a period and a half. A 2-minute minor penalty against with a misconduct for a board. And now Ashton Whitty. His pass goes across. There's a shot that goes into the net. I believe it was deflected in the net. It will stay in the attacking end here for the Rangers. 8:42 to go, 7 seconds gone in the third power play of the game for the Brookings Rangers. This is a must-kill situation for the Capitals. There's another shot that is blocked off the stick, and it goes off the bank west side below the scoreboard. And Duffy ducked out of the way as the puck might have landed on top of the net. There's another face-off win here for the Rangers. Ashton Whitty, he'll walk the blue line, top of the points. He'll look, his shot might have got all the way through, and Duffy might have made the save there. A lot of traffic in front. Now Whitty again throws it over the near side. Bortnum back to Whitty. Now to the far side it goes on the right wing for Hershoff. It's going to be left wing for Hershoff. Back to Whitty. He'll walk the line, kicks it right back over for Hershoff. Whitty walks into the pass attempt, and that one's broken up, and now Ashton Grease has got a shorthanded chance. 2-on-0 with Dre Burt. Over for Burt. Back to Grease. His glove save made by Brecker. Rebound comes in front as Jared Beck was also there for the Hawaii Capitals, and he just couldn't tie the game up. Couple really good chances there for the Capitals, and Brecker shut the door on a glove save. All the way back down by Burtz. Now at the blue line, Bortnum nearly turned it over. Grease does take it away. Grease trying to tap it over for Sanderson. Sanderson's got the goal to make it 2-1. Sanderson chopped at it as he'll play it back behind the nets, and the Caps will get their change here on the penalty kill. 40 seconds left to go on the power play for the Rangers. Nearly tied the game up to Grease and Burtz. Bortnum back from the red line, over for Peterson. Now is played across here for the Rangers. Another opportunity for Hershoff as he'll carry it in. Hershoff is in. From the backhand, goes through the blue paints. Luke Honkamp trying to play it back down for Hershoff as he'll come off the ice now. 7:03 to play here in the second period. 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Capitals. Peterson back over, 5 seconds left to go. Zach Struck behind the net, off the side of the cage. The Caps will get Devin Dotson on the ice out of the penalty kill, and then Duffy will cover for the whistle as it was still near and in front. 6:45 to go here in the second period. Boy, the Caps had I wouldn't say they had the only look on that power play for the Rangers. The Rangers had a couple of good looks that didn't find the back of the net, but the Caps probably had the best one of them all, as Ashton Grease and Dre Burt were 2-0, and Grease made the save. Brecker made the save on Grease's shot attempt off the glove to keep it 2-1. Puck is loose as it's flipped up by Howard, but not out of the zone. Peterson was able to drop down to a knee to hold it in. And it's played all the way around. There's a penalty coming up on the Capitals. And high sticking is going to be called against the Caps, and they're going to go right back on the penalty kill. A high stick against the Caps. And it is going to be Jace Anderson that will go to the penalty box. And that is with 6:32 to go here in the second period. So it quickly goes right back to another big opportunity for the Caps that they need to kill off another power play. 6:32 left to go here in the second period. Ashton Whitty off the faceoff win. Throws it over for Hershoff. Now back for Whitty. His shot again goes off the top of the scoreboard and comes back down. And it will be another faceoff here for the Rangers and Caps to the right of Duffy. Couple of good sticks, good active sticks by the Capitals. That one is won by Keller Herman, and he's able to throw it past the Ashton Whitty for the captain of one of the captains on the Rangers. They wave off icing again at the very last second as Dre Burnt. They said that he could have played it, but now here is Logan Bortnam as he'll carry it in the offensive end. Bortnam will stop and pull up. His pass goes back to Whitty. He'll walk in. His shot goes off of somebody in front. And now Hershoff carries it in. His shot, that one misses. And it'll be played around and out of the zone by the Capitals with 1:10 left to go here on the power play. Brecker, he waited a really long time to play that puck around the boards to the near side. Hershoff played it over now for Peterson. Peterson, here Hershoff. Peterson again walks it in from the left wing. Over for Whitty at the point. His shot got all the way through, but it goes wide. Flipped out of the zone again by the Capitals. 45 seconds to go. That pass intercepted. This one by Schweitzer. Schweitzer got it in the zone. A pass here to Hershoff. He'll be played up over for Zach Struck. And Struck is in. Around for Richter with 30 seconds left to go. 5 minutes left to go in the second period. 2-1 still our score. The Caps down and on the penalty kill. They've killed off two of the three penalties so far against them. This is their fourth one against, and they've cleared it another time with 15 seconds to go. Last call here for the Rangers in this power play, and they don't come in offside. Power is carried in just a split second before Richter was back off and onside. And with 11 seconds to go, the Caps can get a face-off win, one clear, and they'll be 3 for 4 on the penalty kill with 4:42 to go here in the second period. Grease tried to win the face-off at the blue line. Howard will turn. He'll throw it out of the zone. 3 seconds to go, and the Caps have killed off another penalty against them. And it's now, with 4:30 left to go, back to 5-on-5. Grease is in, hands off for Sanderson. Pass over for Beck. His shot goes off the blocker of Brecker, and it goes into the netting and out of play with 4:22 left to go here in the second period. Last 4:22 is a big one here. 19-13 in shots in favor of the Caps. Face-off will be to the left of Brecker, the glove side of Brecker. Grease will take it. He will take it against Ashton Whitty. It's taken by the Caps. There's a shot that got through, but it goes wide. And now here's Hershoff that will carry it out. Howard tried to step up. Hershoff, though, will take it. His shot goes high over the crossbar, and it goes all the way back out of the zone. Rangers are offside, so Grease was able to settle it down to make a nice pass over for Howard. Sanderson tried to chip the puck out. He is taken down. As now here, Corbin Beestrom. His pass. Sanderson tried to dive at it to try and touch it in. Whitty now for Hershoff in. Good job by Howard with a good stick. Sanderson tried to play it off the boards. It's still held in by the Rangers, and now Whitty tried to move around Sanderson, but it's not out again by Sanderson. Drew with a shot. That one goes well wide. Around to the far side. Grease out of the zone on the stick of Sanderson. From the blue line, shot, and then a save made by Brecker. And it comes out of the zone by the Rangers, where Howard will push it back in. The Caps are delayed offside right now. They'll tag back up, but back the other way, 2-on-1 in. There's a pass just a little bit too far as it was into the zone, and the Rangers had an opportunity. The Caps were in the midst of a change. Back out to Jacobson at the point. It'll be played back around and from the back of the nets. The Rangers trying to set it up. That's Jack Merritt. 2:54 to play here in the second period. There's a good play there by Jaron Beck. They got to check in. There's a pass that comes in front, and then now the net comes off his moorings. I think Duffy, actually, it's going to be off. It's going to be out of the zone because I think it was the Rangers that ended up knocking the net off. So with 2:46 to go, we'll have a neutral zone faceoff just outside the Capitals' end on the far side of the ice. Sanderson's got the lone goal right now here in the second period, as he's made it a 2-1 game with 10:10 remaining in the second. There's a feint-on pass attempt by Byrne, a backhander. A save was made by Duffy. It slipped through him, and it goes wide of the net. That one is out of the zone, but it doesn't matter anyway. The Capitals got it back out. And then Burnton, it was Hunsley that couldn't get to it. There's a shot that goes wide of Duffy. Going with the blocker side. Now Byrne another chance. He'll clear that one out. Hunsley will try and race after it. Peterson will get to it first in his own end. Peterson wraps it around behind his own net. And a good play there by the Capitals to force the Rangers to go back the other way. And there a pass that comes through. Wadeen steps up, makes the play. Bouncing puck taken by Dotson. And Devin Dotson will try and pass it back to Byrne. Couldn't get quite to him. And then the Capitals off the glass. It will be enough for an icing with 1:53 to go, as Hunsley was just a step behind the red line. And a whistle with 1:53 to go here in the second period. Andre Carbonell will take the face-off. That will be to the right of Duffy. They'll go against Whitty for that face-off. And Carbonell, as a referee, he gets taken down. The linesman, or she got taken down. There's a shot that is blocked up by Ryan Wadeen. And now from behind the net, trying to get a pass in front. There's a sliding play from Burt to block a pass. That pass redirected, and it goes wide to the blocker side again of Duffy. 1:27 to go. Hard around the boards. Trying to chip at it was Schweitzer, but it's taken by Carbonell. He flips it out of the zone. The Rangers off the boards, and now Wadeen plays it up. And it is Dre Burns. His pass for Carbonell in the offensive end. Carbonell waits. His shot misses wide. The rebound comes back in front of the net. There's a chance for Burns, and a save made by Brecker, and the rebound's still loose, and it'll be wrapped all the way around. Will go far enough for an icing, and they're going to wave it off again. Ryan Wadeen. He'll get it out off of the Ranger player, so there is no icing. Not really sure why they waved that icing off. And now here is Ashton Grease trying to throw it to the front of the net. Was knocked down by one of the Ranger players, and now back the other way comes Brookings with 35 to go in the period. Now here is Whitty with a shot blocked up. The rebound came all the way back out and was played here by the Capitals behind the net. The Rangers, there's a penalty coming up. Howard leaned into his man. And a boarding's called against Keenan Howard. So Keenan Howard gets called for a boarding penalty. So he's in the box for a 2 and 10. That's the second boarding penalty against the Capitals. It'll be a fifth power play upcoming. 24.1 to go. And so they need to put an extra man in. That'll be Aiden Anderson that will go in the box for those 2 minutes. Well, that was Howard kind of leaning a little bit too much on the Ranger player. So now the fifth power play of the game for the Rangers. Pass goes across, swiping at it is Burt to clear it out of the zone with 15 seconds to go. Ashton Whitty, his pass, it'll be taken by Grease. He'll wait. Now he carries it in. A Sanderson tag back up, but the Rangers are going to go back the other way with 5 seconds left to go. Hershoff tried to toe drag to his backhand. Couldn't get a shot away. Pass comes in front. There's a chance at the buzzer, and that will end the second period with the Caps down 2-1. But we'll have a 1:36 left to go on the penalty kill. And Howard will still be in the box. If they get that 1:36 off the board, he'll still be in the box for another 10 minutes. They're already down one defenseman, as it was Jaden Floor that's out for the rest of the game after picking up his third penalty. And we'll see if we can, we will get a moment here to talk with Coach Steve Steele, as the Caps right now down 2-1 at the end of the second period. Coach, that's a good second period for you guys. Penalty-wise, maybe not so much, but getting that goal to make it a 2-1 game, and keeping Brookings off the scoreboard, that's a big second period for you.
Yeah, that's what we talked about after the first period. We had to come and win. We had to win 2 periods of hockey. We didn't need to get it all back at once. We needed to win the second period, and then we did that. So now we can put everything on the third. We got to win the third period, and then we get a point, maybe 2, depending on how much we win it by. But we're right there. We've had a lot of chances. Kind of like we said last week, we've got like 5 posts tonight. The goalie's made a couple incredible saves, but we're right there. So this is a fun hockey game.
A 2-1 score. Keenan Howard right now. He'll be in the penalty box for at least 10 minutes after the power play is over with. Jaden Flores out for the rest of the game, so that line of defense is out for you. Now, how do you handle that going into the third period? At least you get a full period to kind of think about this right now.
Yeah, we've got about 15 minutes or so to figure that out. You asked good questions. After that one, he took the penalty with about 30 seconds left. So, really we focused on getting through these 30 seconds, and then we'll sit down and hash out what we're going to do for the third.
You talked about in the coach's interview before the game was getting that top line on the score sheet. Sanderson was able to find the back of the net. Grease nearly had the game tied with his top line. They didn't look bad last Sunday, but they've looked much better tonight than they did last Sunday.
They have. And I said they got through that. They were able to find a way to crack into the score sheet there. That was a big boost of confidence, but more than anything else, that just brought a lot of energy to this team. I think that we had a great energy in the second period, and we need that again here in the third.
So going into the third period, and obviously the goal is at least outscored by 1 goal, and that's pretty much. It's much easier said than done. But how do you get that done? How do you get that to at least the game tied to send it to overtime and get a point?
Very, very similar to how we played that second period. We played to win that second period like that was the whole hockey game. We did it. We got to do that one more time. We've got to come out and we've got to win this third period. We're going to do that by moving our feet, getting pucks to that net, and again, we just got to cash in. We've had pucks in and around the net all day long. We just got to chip one in.
Coach, this has been a fun game to watch so far. I'm sure the blood pressure is a little high for you right now, but appreciate you doing this. Good luck in the third period.
Thank you.
That is head coach Steve Steele as the Oahe Capitals. They are down 2-1 at the end of 2 periods, but we'll have an opportunity. They got to kill off minute 36 of a power play as Keenan Howard will be in the box for that minute 36. Actually, Aiden Anderson will be in the box for another minute 36. And then the Capitals will have to work without Keenan Howard for then the next 10 minutes. So at the best, the Capitals, and what you want to see at the best. At the worst, you get him back, at the 7-minute mark because they score right away. But if you are able to kill off the 136, you're able to get him back with around 5:30 left to go. And as long as the puck is then killed at some point, so you can get Keenan Howard out of the penalty box. But there's a 2-1 game here at the end of the second period, and the Caps down by 1, out shooting the Rangers 21-15 after 2 periods. We will step aside and come back, and we'll talk about this second period after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Saturday, it's a matinee of boys basketball with the Sully Butte Chargers on Country 95.3 FM Sports. DT Meyer here. The Chargers will travel to Redfield to take part in the Pheasant Classic as they face the Langford Lions. With an 11:45 pregame, the Langford Lions and Sully Butte Chargers from the Pheasant Classic in Redfield. Catch the action at noon Saturday on Country 95.3 FM, peercountry.com, and on YouTube at Country 95.3 FM Sports. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Assistant Captain Jaden Floor, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here in the second intermission, as it will be just a little bit longer of a second intermission this time than it is the Central South Dakota Skating Club is out right now and providing the entertainment between the second and third period. But the Oahe Capitals down right now 2-1 here at the end of two periods. The Caps are outshooting the Rangers 21-15 through two periods. But the spot that they need the most, they're down 2-1 in the score sheet, and they have 1:36 left of a boarding minor and a misconduct to Keenan Howard. It's the fifth power play of the game for the Rangers. The Caps are 0 for 1. The Rangers right now are 1 for 4 in the power play, and this is their fifth one. But after the penalty is ended, whether it's right away with the goal scored by Brookings or it's a 1:36 and the Caps are able to kill the penalty off, that's when the 10 minutes starts for Keenan Howard. So it's not exactly 12 minutes. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 minutes, but once the penalty is over with, then it will be 10 minutes starting after that, and that's going to be huge for the Caps. And, talk to Coach Steve Steele, and you hadn't really thought about it, and that's, well, why would you? Because it only was 33 seconds left to go in the period, and your thought process was, we just need to get to the end of this period, and then we will go after that. They're gonna figure out what they're going to do defensively, because they have Dre Burns and Corbin Beestrom, along with Ryan Wadeen and Jace Anderson. Now Anderson is serving, Aiden Anderson is serving the penalty, so they have their four defensemen, but do they try and change anything up? Do they put someone from the offense back? Do you put Ashton Grease maybe every other shift? I mean, you can't do too much with Ashton Grease or any of that top line guys. You got to save them for when they're on the ice at the top line. But do you put Grease out there at some point and kind of give him a couple of shifts as a defenseman and kind of rotate guys around? Do you go with Burnt Beestrom and then with Dean Anderson? What do you do? How do you do it for the next 10 minutes? And that's going to be a huge spot because, well, Anderson and Wadeen can both handle their own, and I don't want to take anything from them, but specifically talking about the Capitals are a better team with Keenan Howard on the ice than they are without Keenan Howard on the ice for an extended period of time. Obviously, he can't be on there the entire time. And the same, Jaden Floor ended up picking up a boarding minor and misconduct, so he had already picked up a roughing call, which eliminated hit. He was then disqualified from the game. So he is not available, and your top line defense, one of your two lines of defense that gets pretty much every shift, is now out for until at least around 5.5 minutes to go in the game. And you've got to try and handle 1:36 and then 10 minutes after that without Keenan Howard and Jaden Floor, and you have to do the rest of it without Jaden Floor. So that's could be a big difference in this game, but a big thing that the Capitals will have to try and lean on is what are they going to do to be able to stop the Rangers from scoring here at any point in the third period. They trail it 2-1 here at the end of two periods. We will step aside and come back here in just a little bit with more of our second intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps in your own outdoor pool. Swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason. We're stopping today at 1020 East Avenue, Sunmaster in Pierre. Friday night, the girls will be at the Court Palace. The Mitchell Colonels and KCCR will be there for the call. This is Sports Director John Winkler. Join me on Friday night as the Pierre girls will have its first ESD matchup of the season as they travel out to Mitchell to face the tough Colonels. Coverage will begin at 6:40 with tip-off at 7 o'clock. The Pierre Governors and Mitchell Colonels, Friday night girls basketball on your home for Governor Sports. KCCR, KCCRradio.com, and on YouTube to watch at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and
Hi, this is Dre Burnt, assistant captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here in the second intermission report, we check out the scores from across the states as we start with the girls varsity, and we have one final so far, the Mitchell Marlins. They went from here at the Expo Center last night. They beat the Caps 7-3. They went out to Rushmore, and they won the first game of their two that they'll play. They won 9-0 over the Rushmore Thunder earlier today. Sioux Falls leading Watertown 4-2 in Watertown right now. Aberdeen and Yankton, they, I believe, just got underway, and it is 0-0 is the score over there down in Yankton. For the boys' side, there's been a couple of final scores. The first final is that Yankton, they beat Huron 3-1. I believe it was Huron, it was Mitchell beating Huron yesterday. Then Yankton now beat Huron 3-1 for their first win of the season. Sioux Center beat Watertown 5-3. So Sioux Center is able to get a home win over Watertown. And the other game that's going on right now is our game. 2-1 is our score. And one more game that will get started here in just a little bit. It'll be Aberdeen and Rushmore. That will get started at 9 o'clock Central Time between the Aberdeen Cougars and the Rushmore Thunder. So that is our score update from across the states. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back here at the Expo Center, finishing out our busy weekend here in Fort Pierre as the Hawaii Capitals will host the Mitchell Marlins in boys varsity action. As the coverage will start at 3:40, puck drop at 4 o'clock here at the Expo Center. And the Caps girls will be out in Huron. We won't have that one, but they play at 3 o'clock, I believe it is, against the Huron All-Stars tomorrow. That's a big game for them, trying to pick up a win against Huron, who don't have a whole lot of skaters. But the Hawaii Lady Capitals will try and get that win over Huron. And then next Saturday will be our one and only broadcast, be our next girls broadcast, and our one and only broadcast for hockey next weekend. The boys will be off the entire weekend. The girls will play just one game, and that'll be Saturday out in Rapid City. We'll have it for you on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. It's good to be covering girls hockey. It's been a fun season, for them. A little up and down at times for this Caps team. But they look to be poised to be a team in that state tournament. Really a win against Huron. Well, again, mathematically you won't clinch anything for quite a while, but you got to believe a win against Huron really kind of seals the deal for you to be in the state tournament in Aberdeen at the first weekend in March. And also the Caps will be, all the 11 games of that girls tournament and the boys tournament can be heard here on Capital City Rock, and watch them on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. That's going to be fun to have that again. Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd will join me for all 22 of those state tournament games on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Really looking forward to that again, to be able to bring you state tournament games here of South Dakota amateur hockey. The Caps down 2-1 here at the end of 2 periods. Carter Sanderson's got the only goal of the second period. He scored with 10:10 left to go. Ashton Grease made it with that pass, made it 2-1. Sanderson picked up his 16th of the season. Grease picked up his 18th assist of the year. And that cut it to 1. I said it after the first intermission, going in the second intermission, or second period, and now we're going to go into the third period here. And I'm going to say, too, that this is a huge opportunity. The opportunity, the next goal is a big one for the Caps. They are down 2-1. Next goal is either tied or they're down by 2. We step aside one more time. We'll come back and have the third period for you. You're listening to the Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Tired of walking out with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Hi, this is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back in here for the third period, the Caps down 2-1, and we'll have 1 minute and 36 seconds remaining of a penalty kill to try and get this game tied 2-2. They've got to at least kill 1 minute 36, maybe get a shorthanded goal in there, but at least get the penalty kill. Let's say a hello to the Carbonos who are watching this game from wherever they might be right now. We wish them, or say hello to them and hope they're doing good. And it's good to hear from those that comment on YouTube throughout the game. And again, hello to the Carbonos as we are underway here in the third period. Power play for the Rangers. That one out of the zone by Schweitzer. Whitty will carry it back in onside. Right back into the Rangers. Walking in. There's a shot that gets blocked down. It might have went off of Owen Schneider. It'll be played back for Whitty. We didn't really see him much in the second period at all for the Rangers was Owen Schneider. Down to 1:05. Ryan Wadeen trying to push Schneider away from the puck. It's Bortnam that starts to carry it in. That shot goes over, and it stays in play, but it is still an opportunity for the Rangers on the power play. Hershoff will turn to the circle. In the face-off circle he goes. He's spinning circles with nobody around him right now. Whitty, though, walks the line. His shot goes high over the net, and it was off the back of the cage. Nearly went off the back of Duffy. That could have been an interesting goal to score for the Rangers. Here's Whitty, back to the point. His shot, that goes off of a stick, goes in to the glass, stays in play. Wadeen comes over, runs into his man, but still an opportunity for the Capitals. Another blocked pass attempt. Excuse me, for the Rangers, a blocked pass attempt by the Capitals. And now here's Hershoff. Pass goes across, one-timer off the post. Bortnum had a one-timer hit the post. He had a wide-open cage. Duffy wasn't over there in time, but he hit the post, and it's still a 2-1 game. Finally, a break goes the way for the Capitals. Hershoff with 10 seconds to go. At the blue line. Out of the zone it goes. Schweitzer nearly had it, but it goes off the linesman. And now here's a chance. One more opportunity. Save is made by Kieran Duffy. Sanderson gets out on the ice. And they will be cleared away by the Rangers. And around it goes. Dre Burns behind his net will play it. Sanderson off the boards for Burns. He'll play it off the glass. A bouncing puck is in the zone. Burns skips through and has the puck. Burnt will turn. He still turns with it. His shot off the crossbar. It doesn't go in, though. It went off the crossbar and down, and it didn't go in the back of the nets. The Caps thought they had it tied. Here's Grease in front off of Brecker. Sanderson will chop at a stick. He'll dive for it, trying to get it over for Beck. And now the Rangers back the other way. Both teams have hit a post. And nothing to show for it for either team. We could be 3-2. Instead, we're still 2-1. Played off the boards. Now Grease will turn. He'll try and fling it out for Sanderson. Sanderson trying to carry it in, trying to move around the defenseman. And then around it goes. The referee saw that hit by Sanderson. Didn't call anything. And now it'll be played back around where Schneider starts to carry it in, slips to the check of Beestrom, and then a good defensive play by the Capitals. But the Rangers still have it in the offensive end. That pass goes through the blue paint, misses everybody. And it chipped out. Grease over for Sanderson, just off a hit stick. And now Sanderson couldn't find the handle on it. Whitty, a pass, nearly intercepted. Carter Gordon is out there right now for the Caps. Here's a backhander opportunity. Glove save made by Duffy. No rebound. We get a whistle with 13:44 to go here in the third period. We could be sitting 3-2 right now. Bortnam hit the post, and then Burt hit the crossbar. Instead, though, it is 2-1. The Caps are still out shooting 21-17, but down 2-1 on the scoreboard. That puck is in front. There's a chance that goes wide of Duffy. Hershoff plays it back for Jacobson. His shot. Glove save made by Duffy. It was a fluttering puck. Might have been a little bit of a knuckle puck. Was going wide, but it was caught by Duffy. And we get a whistle with 13:34 left to go here in the third period. Again, this next goal is a big one. Because it's either a 2-goal lead for the Rangers or we're tied 2-2. But I guess it also doesn't mean there has to be a goal scored. Here is Whitty, lost the handle on it. Flipped out by Dodson. It's a bouncing puck. It will go all the way on net, so there is no icing. Played by Drew. And around the boards it goes. Good play there by Dodson. Didn't even ice the puck. As is now played in. Whitty, pushed by Carter Gordon. Out to the point. Wind-up shot. That one goes off of everybody. Duffy was able to stick it away. And then that comes off its mooring, so we get a whistle with 13:02 to go. Good shift there by Carter Gordon, who got on the ice for the first time in the game. That's hard to do. It is hard as he is now on that second line. So it looks like Hunsley, who has played defense, so he might be the one that is back playing defense now here with the Capitals. Jace Anderson and Burnt are out there right now. The third line here, Carbonneau and Schweitzer and Herman. Burt runs into Merritt, but the puck is still taken. There's a shot that goes maybe for the glove of Duffy. There's a lot of traffic in front, or at least in front of me, to see if that was or not. A high stick is played by the Caps. So to be an offensive zone face-off here for the Rangers, it was in the offensive zone anyway. As the Rangers move from right to left on your radio dial, the Caps will go from left to right. Closing in on the 9 o'clock hour. Duffy's getting a water bottle. 12:40 left to go. So it'll be just a little under 5:30 when Keenan Howard can come out of the penalty box. And that'll be the next whistle after that. That puck is loose. There's a chance the save is made by Duffy. He's able to cover for a whistle. And then Jay Sanderson. And they're going to get a penalty on Jay Sanderson for a push at the end. So Anderson's going to go for 2 for a rough. And Anderson is back in the penalty box. A rough is called with 13:34 to go here in the third period. And it's now the 6th power play opportunity for the Brookings Rangers. They are 1 for 5 so far. Faceoff was won by the Capitals. But it is Logan Bortnam that takes it for the Rangers. Now Whitty fumbles the puck. And now 2-on-1 for the Capitals as they go the other way. Here is Schweitzer in. Good stick there for Whitty. Schweitzer from the boards. Played around behind the nets. And Herman and Schweitzer right now, the killer line for the Hawaii Capitals. As Whitty will bring it in. Whitty will swing wide. Tough shot, he scores. A tough angle shot, and it redirected off of Duffy and in. And it's another power play goal for the Brookings Rangers. They're now 2 for 6 in the power play. And right now this game is decided by the man advantage. Whitty carried it in. He's got his 12th goal of the season. And with 12:06 to go in the third period, the Rangers are up 3-1. Caps nearly tied it. They've nearly tied it a couple times. But now they've got to go as Grease is kicked out of the faceoff dot. Beck will come in to take it. And it'll be won by the Capitals. Grease right is in. Backhands it over for Brecker. Save is made by Brecker. 12 minutes to go here in the third period. 3-1 is their score. The Caps are now down by 2. All important first goal of the period goes to the Rangers to go up by 2. And now it's another uphill climb for the Hawaii Capitals. Whitty and Bortnam on the face-off. Grease and Bortnam on the face-off. It comes for Sanderson in front. Good job by Beastrom to hold the zone. His shot will be off of a skate and goes wide. And then Grease is tripped up behind the nets. And it'll be played around. Out of the blue line it goes. And in the neutral zone. It'll be taken back by Beastrom. Him and Hunsley now in defense. That's dumped back in by the Rangers. Delayed offside. They'll tag back up. And now Beastrom, his pass just skips over the stick of Jaron Beck. And dumped back in. Actually, it'll be an icing, I believe it's called, against the Rangers. It is an icing. So it'll be now with 11:24 to go. The Caps will send out Carter Gordon, Devin Dotson, and John Lyons. Carter Gordon, 1 goal, 1 assist. Lyons with 4 goals. Dotson with 1 goal. They're that new line here for the Caps with Howard still in the penalty box for another round, just under 6 minutes. From the boards, sideboards is thrown. Carter Gordon will race after it. It'll be held in by the Caps. Back for Beastrom. That shot was redirected. It's loose and will be covered here by Cade Brecker with 11:06 to go here in the third period. John Lyons and Ashton Whitty on the faceoff, tied up. Gordon trying to get to it, trying to get the back in. Whitty is slow to get up. Dodson around the boards it goes. John Lyons, his pass. Gordon plays it back over for Beastrom at the point. His shot is blocked by Schneider. And now Hunsley, pass goes over for Beastrom, missing him, but now Carter Gordon plays it back over and up the boards at the neutral zone. The top line is back on the ice here for the Capitals. Trying to get the top line back on the ice. Dotson still with them. There's a shot. Save is made by Duffy. A chance comes in front. They score again. Breck Hershoff. Duffy got out of position, trying to get himself back in front. And Hershoff scores his second of the game. His now 18th of the season. And the Rangers are up 4-1 here with 10:27 to go here in the third period. A good pass came in front. We'll see who it was. Didn't catch the number of who it was, but Hershoff was right in front. Had a chance for a wraparound opportunity. Pass it up. Literally pass it up. And Hershoff end up putting in the back of the net to give the Rangers now a 3-goal lead with 10:20 to go here in the third period. Here is Ashton Grease at the red line. Richter will get the assist. It's his second point. Another bouncing puck that was missed by the Capitals. Struck has it. Struck on the backhand. Intercepted by Grease. Up for Carter Sanderson. And it will be an icing. Sanderson might have been offside either way, but it will be with 9:55 to go. Another offensive zone faceoff here for the Brookings Rangers. Grease and Bortnam. Faceoff is won by Grease. Beck trying to play it up the boards, but it will be taken here by Culver. His shot save is made. The rebound is underneath the skates of Duffy, and he will cover for a whistle with 9:45 to go here in the third period. Caps with just 3 shots so far here in the period. The Rangers have scored twice, and with 9:45 to go, it's a big lead here for the Rangers, and for the Caps, a big up. They have a lot of ground to make up. That pass from Sanderson, a bouncing puck, comes in front, still loose, and it's around the front of the net. And it will be played up the boards where Ryan Wadeen will hold it in. His shot goes high over. Off the board, stays in. Burnt, but it was chipped over him. And then Merritt fell down. Burnt put his hands up in the air saying he didn't do anything wrong. The referee deems that he didn't do anything wrong, but the Caps can't clear it out of their own end. At the blue line, it's held in by the Rangers. That pass, it might have been a shot, goes off the stick of Duffy. And now Jacob Drew, knocked down by Burnt. Beck, he'll push down his man, and another penalty is coming up against the Capitals. And a rough is called against Jaron Beck. .9:01 to go here in the third period. And now Ryan Wadeen will get a penalty as well. So, sportsmanlike will go to Ryan Wadeen. So it's now a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Listen to KCCR FM Blunt. So here is a 5-on-3 for the Rangers. They lead it by 3. And a timeout will be taken here by the Rangers. And this will be power plays number 7 and 8 upcoming here for the Rangers. The Caps had the first power play of the game. And ever since then, it's been all penalties on the Capitals. 25-24 in shots in favor of the Rangers. They lead at 4-1 with 9:01 to go here in the third period. Want to let that sit there for a little bit. 8 power plays now. This is 7 and 8 for the Rangers. And the Caps have 1 power play. Caps will play Mitchell tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Coverage will start at 3:40 here on Capital City Rock. And you can watch it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Coming out of the timeout here, it was taken by the Rangers. And coming out of the timeout, the Caps have almost now a mountain to climb back out of, as they have to try and defend a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Face-off to the right of Duffy. It's won by the Rangers, and the pass goes back, and it goes out of the zone where Whitty will have to take it. Here is Whitty. He is knocked down by Dre Burtz. And it's loose in front, but it will be taken here by Hershoff. Over now for Jacobson. Whitty. Back over for Jacobson, for Bortnum. Now it's played from Whitty to Hershoff. Back to Whitty. Now here's Hershoff. Hershoff waits, back for Whitty again. His shot doesn't get through, blocked up by the Capitals. 1:18 to go on the 5-on-3. Bortnum back for Whitty. He'll walk it in, pass over for Hershoff. Too hard off of his stick, but he's still got it in the slot. The glove save made by Duffy. And what does it? He didn't catch it cleanly, though. It still went wide. Here's Bortnum again. Pass goes across. Hershoff fumbles the pass another time. 1 minute to go on the 5-on-3. Whitty at the point. Walks it in. Back for Hershoff. Pass goes across for Bortnum. Save is made. The net is off his moorings, so we get a whistle. Duffy came back across and made the save on Hershoff's chance. It wasn't going to count because the net came off. So 7:53 left to go here in the third period. It is another offensive zone faceoff here for the Brookings Rangers. Grease wins the faceoff. Pass back over for Whitty. Though Bortnum, now Hershoff off the stick again of Hershoff. He's had some problems catching passes here on this power play. 40 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Whitty waits. His shot's off the stick of Grease. Goes in the corner. Still back Schneider. Hershoff. Whitty back to Schneider. Hershoff walks it in. Shot is blocked. Knocked down by Grease. And he will clear the zone with 25 to go on the power play. 5-on-3 still here for the Rangers for another 20 seconds. The Caps will get two guys back. Beck and Woodine will come out on the ice. Here is now Grayson Hudsley. Corbin Beestrom. And it's cleared by Carter Sanderson. Dre Burt with 5 seconds to go. Burt will send it down the ice, and that will do it. So the Rangers are unsuccessful on the 5-on-3. And here is Talon Richter in. His shot is misses. So the Caps are back to 5-on-5 here with 6:50 to go in the third period, down by 3 goals. Richter, that goes behind the net, and that's flipped up and out. And it goes behind the bench. 6:39 left to go here in the third period. Caps down 4-1. So the Rangers now 2 for 8 on the power play. Caps 0 for 1 on the power play. So another minute still in the penalty box for Keenan Howard before he can join. There's a puck that was trying to be flipped up, but it was off the cage, off the front of the helmet of Ashton Grease. Sanderson has it. He goes into the corner. His pass out. Schweitzer with a shot. Goes wide. Rebound came in front. It's still loose in front. And the Rangers are able to clear it out. And it does come out off of a bouncing puck. Goes out off the stick of Grayson Hunsley. And then it will be out of play. We get a whistle with 6:15 left to go here in the third period. Caps down 4-1. Howard's getting closer to coming back out, but he's, again, after that 10-minute time period runs away, then he's got to wait for the next whistle. That should be an ice by the Rangers, and it will be an ice with 6:07 left here in the third period. 28-24 in shots in favor of the Rangers now. Here in this third period, it is 13-3 in shots in favor of the Rangers. They scored twice with Whitty and Hershoff to make it 4-1. Off the face-off, Sanderson tried to take a shot. It was blocked to the behind the net. Hunsley will play it around. Schweitzer on defense right now for the Capitals. The pass goes to Schweitzer. That was blocked up. And it'll come back out. Hunsley is able to feed it along for Schweitzer. But he lost the puck, and now 3-on-1 coming in are the Rangers. Whitty is in. His pass comes in front, and it was almost kicked in. But Duffy is able to make the save and get the whistle. Might have gone off the stick of Hershoff, but almost looked like it was kicked with 5:36 to go here in the third period. I think Howard's got 2 seconds left before he can come back out. That would have been 2 seconds later. would have had an opportunity for Keenan Howard. As it'll be a face-off here to the right of Duffy. Burnt. Lions, and now Burnt again. Up the far side boards, but held in by the Rangers. John Lyons, good stick, back behind the net. Pass comes in front. That was near a dangerous pass. He was looking for Carbonneau. Got to him, but then Carbonneau couldn't do anything with the puck as he was tied up. And now Carbonneau will try and reach for it to poke the puck out of the zone. It's still at the blue line, and now to be taken here by the Capitals to clear it out and then flipped right back in. And a bouncing puck that goes off the boards, takes another bad hop for Beestrom to try and make a play. And now the Rangers from behind the nets. And now we get a whistle. And it is a crease call against the Rangers. Keenan Howard will be back on the ice now with 4:50 to go in the third period. Now, I don't think the Capitals will pull their goalie, but they've got to be thinking a lot of offense here with 4:50 to play and send everything they can to the net. Faceoff is won by the Capitals. Burnt played it back over for Howard. From his own end, Howard, his pass misses Burnt, but it's chipped out by Dotson. Carbonneau, Lyons, and Dotson are on the ice right now here for the Capitals. Howard, he gets the better of, he gets a reverse hit and a good hit on Jacob Colley. Cale Carver. From the far side boards, Culver has it. His pass goes over. Merritt's fumbled the pass, nearly blew a tire. Now Lyons going to get passed over for Carbonneau. Just couldn't quite reach him. Now Carbonneau trying to step up, but it will be taken by the Rangers. Bortonham and Culver are both in. But behind the nets, it is Howard. Up now as the Caps will get their top line back on. Dotson will bring it in the zone. Jacob Drew was able to cut him off with 3:30 left to go. And the Rangers, that pass, Burnt, Peterson. Into the zone it goes. Burnt from his own end and around to the near side. Ashton Grease, too hard of a pass for Beck. And then icing will be called against the Rangers with 3:27 to go here in the third period. 29-24 in shots in favor of the Rangers. 2 goals in the third period for the Brookings Rangers. Have just about put this game out of reach with the Rangers leading 4-1. Ashton Whitty and Ashton Grease on the face-off to the right of Cade Brecker. Here is Grease. Pass, trying to come in front. Went off the stick of Brecker. And around it goes to the near side. Held in by Burtz. As he steps up. Over for Sanderson. For the face-off circle, a shot. And Brecker made that save. As this played around and out of the zone it goes. Howard now will turn. Up for Grease. He'll dump and chase it. Played back around for Luke Honkamp. As an opportunity for Beck, trying to come in front, but it was blocked up. Now Burnt over for Howard. Just couldn't quite get that forehand to it. Maybe it'd been a rolling puck as well. And now behind the nets, the Rangers. Here for Howard. Threw it to the nets. Brecker made the blocker save. It was popped high up in the air. Stays in play. Grease from behind the net, trying to wrap around in front. Sanderson trying to get a shot away, but now we get a whistle with a massive humanity in front of the nets. And I believe the net came off his mooring. Something happened. A timeout will be taken here by the Oahe Capitals with 2:25 left to go. And I believe it will be an offensive zone faceoff here for the Caps after this timeout. So the Caps are going to fall to 7-3. It will lose back-to-back games. We'll have an opportunity to, well, there's still 2:25 left, so it's not over quite yet. But at this point, if the score holds up and without a massive comeback for the Caps, they'll fall to 7-3, and the Rangers will go to 9-0. But they'll have an opportunity to eliminate that 2-game losing streak tomorrow at 4 o'clock when they take on the Mitchell Marlins here at the Expo Center, as coverage will start at 3:40. And puck drop is at 4 o'clock here at the Expo Center. And we'll be on the air on Capital City Rock and available to watch on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. So here is an opportunity for the Caps with 2:25 to go. Out of the timeout, they'll come with an offensive zone face-off. Brecker stopped 24 of 25 shots. Duffy's made 25 saves on 29 chances. The Marlins will be in town tomorrow after scoring 12 goals yesterday against the Huron All-Stars. That was their best offensive output. They almost doubled the amount of goals they had scored going into that game with that 12-1 victory over the Huron All-Stars yesterday. So we'll have that game for you tomorrow. Capital City Rock in on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll talk with Coach Steve Steele after this one is over. Ashton Grease on the side of the net. 2:17 to go. Comes to the far side, goes out of the zone. Howard threw it back in. It wasn't offside. It could have been icing, but they allow that to continue to be played. Here Richter gets hard on the boards by Grease, and it will be iced by the Capitals with 2:01 left to go here in the third period. So for the varsity teams, it's not going to start out as such a good weekend. As the girls lost last night, the boys are 2-1 from falling here tonight. But both the boys and girls varsity teams, while the girls won't be here tomorrow, but they have a chance to end the weekend on a high note. If they can beat the Huron All-Stars, and the boys have a chance to beat the Mitchell Marlins tomorrow. And then the Capitals will be off for an entire weekend before they get back to playing, but they're at home all the way until the final game of the regular season. 1:35 left to go here in the third period. Pass just off the top of the stick blade of Deathridge. Back here for Ashton Grease. Here is now Keenan Howard. Howard will turn with 1:18 to go. His pass looking for Sanderson. Couldn't get it to him. Howard was able to hold the zone in. And then it'll be around here for Owen Schneider. As Burt was able to hold the zone. Pass goes across, looking for Grease. Unable to get it to him. And now the Rangers will escape the zone and coming into the offensive end. Around the net. Trying to get a tough angle shot was Schneider. With the final minute here of the third period. Bouncing puck. Sanderson. He gets run into by his number 10 on the, I believe that's number 10. Maybe it was Peterson that he ran into. Yeah, it was Peterson, number 13. All the way back at the Capitals end with 32 seconds to go. The Rangers will get a season sweep of the Capitals. They did that 2 years ago. But last year the two teams split overtime wins. The home team's got the win. Now behind the net, there's a backhander, couple backhanders trying to stuff it in. Duffy doesn't have it underneath him. So now the puck is still loose with 10 seconds to go. And Ashton Grease with 7 seconds left, 1-on-2. And it will be out with 3 seconds, down to 2-1, and that will do it here this evening as the Caps will fall 4-1 to the Brookings Rangers. 4-1 win for the Rangers. Richter, Hershoff scored twice, and Whitty got the goal. Sanderson, the lone goal for the Oahe Capitals, as that will bring an end to tonight's game between the Rangers and the Caps. 4-1 win for Brookings. We step aside. We'll come back with a post-game show. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Hi, this is Keenan Howard, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here, as the Oahe Capitals, they fall here 4-1 tonight to the Brookings Rangers. John Winkler on this Saturday evening. We'll see if we can get a word with head coach Steve Steele before we wrap things up here this evening. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll tell you right now, we'll be back tomorrow at 3:40 with coverage of the Caps and Marlins with puck drop at 4 o'clock. As the Caps will try and end their two-game losing streak right now, as the Oahe Capitals are 7-3 now in the season. The Rangers move to 9-0 on the year. In the first period, as we go through the scoring totals, the first period, Talon Richter scored the first goal of the game 27 seconds into the first shot. Zach Struck got his first of 2 assists to make it 1-0. Then Struck had the assist to Breck Hershoff with 3:41 to go in the first period to make it 2-0. Sanderson, the second period, had the only goal scored. He got the pass from Grease on a 2-on-1, and Sanderson made it 2-1. Then going to the third period, Ashton Whitty scored with 12:06 to go on the power play, unassisted goal to make it a 3-1 game, and then Hershoff finished it off with the last goal to make it 4-1 as the Caps are outshot 32-26 here in the loss, as they're now 7-3 on the season. As we welcome in Coach Steve Steele here in our post-game show. And Coach, again, it's not the result that you're hoping for here this evening, but I think there's still a lot of good things to take away from the Capitals, and just still might have another chance to face Brookings. Now at this point it'll be in the state tournament, but still some positive to take away from another loss.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where it's hard because we feel like we played good enough to be there at the end. But again, ultimately we didn't find a way to put the puck in enough. We had a lot of grade A opportunities that just didn't go in for us today. So, we just got to get back at it tomorrow and come out and get 2 points.
Your penalty kill was 6 for 8 on the penalty kill here tonight, so that's not a bad spot to be at. Power play, unfortunately, was only 0 for 1 on the evening, but the penalty killer's got a lot of work, and we're able to. You look at the scoreboard, it's a 2-1 game if they don't get those 2 power play goals, but overall, it's hard to stop a team 8 times out of 8 chances.
Yeah, it is. That was a big thing that we needed to do in order to win this game was to play the game 5-on-5. They don't take any penalties. That's one thing that's always true about Brookings, but somehow they get a bunch of other teams to take penalties. And, in order to beat them, you got to be different than that and not do it. And, we just didn't do that today.
Kieran Duffy, he ended up making 28 saves on 32 chances. I know there's a couple that he probably wants back, and every goalie wants every goal against him back, but he played well tonight.
He did. He did what we asked of him. Kind of a fluky one there. I think it was that third goal was a little fluky, and then they had a couple good plays, and one that I don't want to really talk about.
But now tomorrow, you've lost 2 in a row, but you get a chance to end that real quickly because you get less than 24 hours. It's almost 12 hours before you come back here and have a chance to take on the Mitchell Marlins. They played well on Friday. They scored 12 goals. They're probably feeling the most confident they have all season, but an opportunity to end that losing streak really quickly to get back in the win column.
Yeah, and I think the message from to the guys is just, hey, if we played some really good hockey these last 2 games, Brookings is an outstanding hockey team. And if we can play to that level against everybody, I really think it's going to be hard for teams to beat us.
Coach, appreciate the time. I know 7-3 is probably not where you want to be at. I mean, it's still good. I don't want to take that away, but I know you wanted to at least get one of these 2 wins. But hey, we'll maybe see them in the state tournament and have one for them then. But thanks for taking the time, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, John.
Head coach Steve Steele of the Oahe Capitals. Again, they fall here tonight 4-1 to the Brookings Rangers, as the Caps are now 7-3 on the season, and will take on the Mitchell Marlins tomorrow. In the 4-1 loss, the Capitals won all the way back at the beginning of the season over the Mitchell Marlins, and a shutout, Duffy's lone shutout of the season, the Caps shutout so far of the year. And the Oahe Capitals will be looking for an opportunity to get that win over the Mitchell Marlins on Sunday. We'll have it for you tomorrow. 3:40 will start coverage, 4 o'clock puck drop, as the Caps will be back at it again here tomorrow afternoon. That will wrap things up for us here this evening, as we've already gone through that scoring total for you, and the Caps were outshot 32-28 in the game. Kieran Duffy made 28 saves, as it was 27 saves for Cade Brecker in net, as the Caps fall 4-1 here this evening. Back on the air at 3:40 tomorrow afternoon. 4 o'clock we'll start. We'll have puck drop here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Final score once again: the Caps, they fall 4-1 here this evening to the Brookings Rangers, as we say so long from the Expo Center.
You've been listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Capitals Hockey is brought to you in part by Weatherall, Leisure Palace, Hermanson Endodontics, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Sunmasters, and All Around Graphics. Join us all season long for both boys and girls varsity action on your home for Caps Hockey, Capital City Rock, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.
Capital City Rock 104.